Hey guys, I hope you're all doing alright. I hope you're handling the management of work and these classes. I know it's difficult and who knows what else on top of it, all of that. I'll jump right into chapter 8. When I was looking at the schedule, I was hoping that I would get something applicable to whatever I was doing at work at this time, or compare it to the athletes that I'm working with right now, and I would say this is a good chapter to use for me. First, I'll start with adherence. I have this issue a lot with some of my athletes. They just kind of come in, go through the motions, they do their exercises, and they leave. They have a poor attitude the whole time. They just put no effort into getting better. They don't want to get better for whatever reason. I don't want to say that they're soft, but I would say that I have that issue a lot, is soft athletes. They don't play through pain. I mean, every little ache or burn or soreness they come in for. They don't have what we talked about a couple weeks ago about the win at all costs attitude. They don't have that whatsoever. And compliance. That's a big one that I have. Athletes that just don't even show up for the rehab. I send out an injury report to my coaches every day. I work at a college, and every morning by 11 o'clock I send out an injury report after treatments, and if an athlete doesn't show up 2 days in a row for treatments, I take them off. I just assume that they're better, they're not communicating with me, so I don't know. So I take them off, and then I have the coaches come to me or emailing me saying, well, so-and-so is still complaining about this or that, and so why are they off the injury report? And I have to explain to them that, that's on the athlete's part. They're not doing their job, and they don't have put the effort in that I'm putting in by showing up, so they don't come and do the rehab. So that's one big issue that I've been having. Another example that I have about compliance, I actually have a girl right now. She is on crutches for her knee, and I've seen her 4 times today alone not walking on the crutches. She's just using her brace and hobbling around and just doesn't really care. She comes in and, I have a stern talk with her about it, and she just kind of laughs it off like, it's not a big deal or whatever. And it's something that you got to take seriously if you're going to heal. We're treating this conservatively to avoid surgery, and she's just not putting in her end of it. And that goes along the lines of communication as well. It's really important to just ask your athletes how they're feeling. Be real personable with them, not even just about their injuries or their physical aspects of everything. For this year, it's the biggest year that I've had with my athletes texting me saying, hey, can I come talk to you? And it's completely not related to athletics or their injury. They just want to come talk or vent about something. I actually have one athlete that she gets panic attacks all the time. And that kind of goes in chapter 8, where they have the psychosocial techniques for relieving stress or calming an athlete down. And I've learned a lot just from reading this chapter that I can apply to this one athlete alone. She comes in all the time, and I ask her, what makes you feel better? You're not sleeping, you're not eating, you're nauseous, you can't practice. And she said, I just feel better just talking, like not even just about what's happening or what she's going through. She just likes to talk, just about anything. So I let her come in my office, I shut my door, and I talk to her every day for almost an hour, and she calms down and she's fine. It happens every so often, but I'm learning more techniques to give her, and I've related that back to her injuries, just stress and injuries, probably just from muscle guarding and her muscle spasms and tightness, just for being so stressed, and relating that to that. So that was another big thing that I'm learning more about. Another example that I would give you, I have an athlete, which this happened more than once, but one specifically right now. Just back to the motivation thing, the self-motivation and the no effort putting into anything. She is injured right now, and I just cleared her today for practice and for games, and she's a goalie, and her position just got replaced, her starting position, and she's actually been bumped down to the 3rd string goalie. So recently she's been finding she has an injury, every other day, every other week. It's something new every time I clear for an injury, she has something new going on. So I think that goes back to you know, just the mental aspect of it, the psychosocial part, and just using techniques and talking with them, saying, hey, you know, there's not actually anything wrong with you, you know, it's all in your head. She doesn't want to, she's got her position replaced and she doesn't want to come back to her sport. And I realize that's hard on athletes, and I get it, but you know, that makes my job a lot harder. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on is just more of the psychosocial aspects of it. Like I said, I've had to deal with a lot just mentally and emotionally with my athletes this year. I have a girl, she has bipolar disorder. I have one that has panic attacks all the time. I had another one who had depression. I mean, the list goes on. And I've never had to deal with this, especially as a young athletic trainer, and it's really new to me, all of it is. And I think these techniques that I've been reading about and learning about in this class have been really helpful. You know, I've been trying to apply them, such as the self-talk, and helping them be more positive and optimistic about things, and not talking so down about themselves or about what's going on. You know, be more positive about tomorrow. And I think the imagery one is one that I haven't really used, but I intend to incorporate. So yeah, I think that would have been really helpful whenever I went through my 2 major injuries. But I'm learning a lot, and I'm hoping to apply them tomorrow even. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I miss you guys, and I'll see you at graduation hopefully. Bye.